I was a radio DJ and I'm one of the known ones.
Anong matong na reklamo ang isinampalaban sa isang DJ sa impilan ng radyo na si Karen Bordador?
So pagpasok ko sa jail, someone welcomed me, welcome to the Animal Planet. Pero yun yung sikat na kulong. Naku, salot ka. Sana mamatay ka na lang. Yung pangalan mo, sino ka ba? Preso ka lang. Yung identity mo, mawawala talaga pag nasa loob ka. I mean, at one point, lumaki din ulo ko, Mama Odge. Hindi, suggest na kita sa brand. So, yung brand naman, ang reply agad sa kanya, huh? Siya? Damaged goods na yun eh. Oh, sinabi niya, talagang pumitik ako.
Kailan lang ho kami nagkita, pero parang feeling namin magnanay kami. Nakasama ko sa Pine Night Long at ngayon kaharap na namin dito sa OGDS Inspires, Miss Karen Bordador.
Hello po,
Ayan.
Mama Odge.
I'm sure nagtataka sila, sino yung guest ni Mama Odge? Parang hindi kami pamilyar. Sino ba si Karen Bordador?
Well, si Karen Bordador po ay former radio DJ ng RX 93.1. And then, I was also a model, a vlogger, and a lot of other things. Tapos, ayun nga po, na-Colombia ako. Now, I'm back in the outside world free. And I'm a talk show TV host now.
Siyempre, sa dami ng mga trabahong pinasukan ni Miss Karen, ang natandaan sa kanya at nagmarka sa utak ng mga tao ay yung pagkakadakip sa kanya. Karen,
Yes po.
ano yung naging feeling mo that time na yung moment na dinakip ka?
Nung time po na yun, hindi po ako naniwala. Kasi, firstly, I had nothing talaga to do with anything na if ever may sinasabi sila. Parang wala talaga akong kaalam-alam sa nangyayari.
Dinalaw mo nung time na yun, yung
Yes.
dati mong
Surprise, yes.
boyfriend. Sinurprise mo siya.
Yeah. And then, like an illegal raid happened. Basta, so forth, ayun. After that, a case nga ensued. Siguro there's a weekend pa. And then yung weekday happened, may kaso na nga daw. And the thing is, nothing illegal happened at that time. So, it was really shocking. And hindi talaga po ako naniwala. Firstly, I mean, they could test me. they drug tested me and I was negative.
Negative ka naman pala. Bakit ka nadamay?
Yeah, hindi ko na po alam kung paano ko explain talagang dapat wala ako doon, period.
Pero nung time na dinakip ka, marami bang pumasok sa isip mo like, ano to, setup? Ano to, prank? Ano to? Lalo na kung alam mong inosente ka.
Honestly, Mama Odge, hindi ko siya tinake seriously at first kasi it's so out of character. To tell me na parang I'm all these mean things that would destroy a community. Ako nga po sa radio, I would always share to level people up in terms of their self-esteem, happiness, yung mga ganon. Like, I would tell people to really focus on what they love in order for them to have a good career in life. Mga ganon, yung parang ang dami kong mga advice sa buhay, tapos biglang sabihin mo na I would put a lot of like illegal things sa mundong to, and that's the opposite of who I am. So
Pero,
parang out of this world lang talaga.
Yung ba hanggang ngayon question mo sa kanila? Bakit ang unfair? Bakit nangyari to? Bakit parang ang bagal ng hostage? Kasi
After-
inabot ka ng 4 years and 10 months.
Yes. Sobrang tagal po. Every single minute you spend inside is like hell. You know what I mean?
Talaga.
It is. I mean, hindi mo magagawa yung gusto mo. Hindi ka makakagalaw. Yung pangalan mo, sino ka ba? Preso ka lang. Yung identity mo, mawawala talaga pag nasa loob ka. Kaya you really have to hold on to who you are. Kasi mararamdaman mo talaga na you don't hold your privacy. Anything about you, parang kailangan mo i-let go na yun. Kasi while you're in this institution, hawak ka nila.
Yung first day mo sa city jail, meron ka bang feeling na hanggang kailan ako dito? Mamamatay na ba ako? Matotraumatize ako dito?
So, nung pumasok ko ng city jail, Mama Odge, it was a realization na makukulong talaga ako. Kasi papasok ka lang doon once may kaso na talaga.
Oo.
Sabihin nun, you've done every single possible thing to get out of jail, pero na-deny. Wala, you have to go through the course, the entire process of the case. So, pagpasok ko sa jail, inisip ko, ang daming gate na dinaanan. Napakahirap makalabas. Alam mo yun? Process-wise, tsaka yung, just ang dami lang talagang harang. And it gets darker and darker. Tapos, dun sa female dorm, ito yung pinakamaliit na area. Mabaho siya, it's dark. Parang iba talaga dun sa this is like way opposite to what it looks like, okay? And then lahat sila naka-yellow, and someone welcomed me, welcome to the Animal Planet. Yung Mayora at that time. So it was like the Animal Planet na ang ingay-ingay, tas ang daming mga gumaganon-ganon dun sa bars. Inisip ko, bakit ako napunta dito? Ang bait ko naman. Ano bang plano ni Lord? Nandiyan ba si Lord? Bakit kailangan kong pagdaanan to? But I'm not the type kasi who wallows talaga. At first, nung pumasok ko, umiyak talaga ako, pati mom ko umiyak. Kasi I couldn't believe na I would get to arrive in this place. Kasi akala ko madidismiss talaga ako eh. So, nagulat lang po talaga ako. And they never tell you pag i-move ka to a facility. It's always a secret. So it was such a shock no sinabi, lilipat ka na sa city jail. I'm like, hindi ko alam, hindi ako mentally and physically or emotionally ready because I was thinking, uuwi na ako. Yung confidence na I'm gonna have a bright future. Wala lahat yun. I don't know like what's gonna happen. I'm confused.
Kumusta ang buhay mo sa loob? Tipong yung mga napapanood mo baka nangyayari dun sa loob.
Yes, of course. All eyes were on me. Siguro for how many months yun, talagang tumatago na nga ako eh. Like, lahat sila nakatingin sa akin, piling nila mataray ako. I wasn't speaking as much kasi. And when I do, sabi, English, nandito man sa Pinas. Yung mga ganun. Kasi syempre, you have to introduce yourself to everyone. May meeting kami. Tapos doon ako sa gitna. DJ ako. So, papa-perform nila ako. This is different from radio. It's not like I'm acting or whatever. Pero bigay ko pa rin yung gusto nila. So may mga nag-react na English, pero may mga nag-react ang ganda niya or like ang taray niya. Ang daming mga reactions. But also, I think that time, yung pinaka-head ng jail na yon, for some reason didn't like me. She would say, pam-pam ako ng pam-pam. But the thing is, nasa likod na nga ako ng lahat ng linya, nakatago na nga ako. So, ako yung napapansin niya.
So, pinag-initan ka?
Slightly, yeah. And then, nung first initial year ata, parang sinabihan yung Mayora at that time, check mo yung mga gamit niya palagi. Parang ang pangit ang tingin sa akin. And I'm like, guys, you could check my stuff anytime you want. You're gonna see nothing there. It's just like the feeling na you're always targeted na, alam mo yun, you're inside jail na nga. Tapos parang pinag-isipan ka pa na masama. I'm like, bring it on.
Oo. Napaaway ka ba? Like, nasaktan ka? Nakipagsabunutan ka? Meron bang ganong eksena sa loob?
Meron mga inggiterang froglets doon. Ang dami actually. Especially when I became a leader. Una kasi tahimik lang ako. And then naging mayora ako. Tapos naging mayora ako. I had to do hard decisions. If isipin mo, parang napakaliit na bagay lang naman ang pagiging mayora sa loob ng jail, di ba? Pero kasi ang dami kasi nilang pangangailangan sa loob ng jail. Hindi mo pwedeng pagbigyan lahat. So if hindi mo pinagbigyan si certain someone, they will cause so much chaos against you. Yung parang may welga na siya. Tapos ano nang sasabihin niya. Tapos it will create a lot of like hate against you. Being a leader, ang hirap magpasunod.
Paano ka naging leader muna?
Through voting system.
Okay.
So yung former mayor at that time, who's a professional by the way, so we got along. Yung case niya matatapos na.
Nauna siya sa yung lumabas.
Yes. So mga siguro 3 years na siya sa loob. Tapos finally na answer na ni Lord yung prayer niya, makakalaya na siya kasi may bail pala. Pwede na, nagbigyan na siya ng bail. So usap-usapan na, uy, aalis na si ganyan. Iboto natin si Karen. Very political sa loob. So, may mga grupo-grupo na yan, yung mga alyado, sino yung mga feeling nila. Kapag binoto nila yung taong to, lahat ng gusto nila pagbibigyan. Kasi yun yung initial mindset nila. Hindi naman nila kilala talaga eh. And some were against me, like they would go for the vice mayor that time, or like you call them recorder. So head is coordinator, recorder yung second. So may mga boboto sa recorder, pero a few lang, tas the rest were for me. I got 90% of the votes kasi sinulat nila sa papel yun, tas sinubmit din sa jail officers. So wala na akong magawa. So I was appointed a mayora or like coordinator then.
So kaya hindi ka na walang pagkakataon para saktan nila si Mayora or pag-initan?
Oh no, pinag-initan po ako a lot.
Kahit Mayora ka na?
Mas lalo ako pinag-initan. Hindi lang sila, pati officers. Kasi I wasn't easy pala. What they thought na I would always give food, parang bigay ako ng bigay ng kung ano-ano. Akala nila ganun lang ako. Hindi nila alam na I want structure. I want discipline. I want a very clean cell. If I was gonna govern this, gusto ko, ayun, kung may class nga, gusto ko ibigay yun, diba? So, nahigpitan sila. So, yung mga gumagawa ng mga illegal, hindi naman sobrang illegal, pero yung mga hindi allowed, suddenly were against me. It was a headache. It was like stress na unnecessary. May kaso na nga ako, tapos may mga tao akong, pinapasunod na galit na sa akin. Ganun. It's like unnecessary, but I just took
dumagdag
it.
pa sa problema mo.
Yeah, no choice. So I would ask my mom, Mom, what should I do? They all hate me now kasi syempre, hindi ko mapagbigyan yung maliit na gusto nila. It's against the rules of VGMT. Na magkarelasyon sa loob. Bawal daw. Gustuin ko masaya sila, bawal daw. Hindi ko sila pwedeng ipagsama sa selda. Simple as that.
Ilang selda yun?
3 cells. So, it's supposed to be 35 lang. Pero since, alam mo yun, daming pumasok, naging 90.
My God, yung 35 na yun sa isang selda, gaano kalaki?
Maybe like mga 40. Pero
40 square
pahaba.
meters. Pahaba.
Or less pa. 30, ganyan.
My God.
Sobrang liit lang po talaga. Like, yung tulugan nila, kasi merong mga decks yan. Tapos sa floor pa lang, magkakadikit na po yan. Talagang to the point na yung leg ng isa nandun sa katawan ng isa. Tapos yung mga kamay-kamay nila nandun na sa mga mukha nila. Even if it's like not their bodies. It's ganun kadikit talaga po. Tapos may kasama ka pang mga cockroaches, mice pa. It's like a whole shebang. Parang sinasabi ko, ba't yung mga bugs dito very confident? Di sila natatakot sa tao because they know they live there. Sila yung hari doon. So, aside from the fact na magkakadikit po yung mga tao, basa pa yung floor. Kasi yung CR is quite near. Tapos sira po talaga yung yung drainage niya. So minsan tumataas yung tubig, bumabalik.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and sometimes when it gets back, may kasama po yung mga, alam niyo na yon. At one point pa, may daga pa nga nagsiswimming. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening?
Saka inaamoy mo.
Yeah, it's Mama Och, alam mo, naalala ko, I used to be in nice hotels, alam mo yon. And then compare it to this, talagang titingnan ko yung walls, meron pang mga worms, and I'm like, what's happening? And in the CR, it's very chaotic kasi dalawa lang po yun. And how many are we? 80 plus?
Sa dalawang CR lang na yun?
Yes, wala pa pong pintuan yun kasi sirang-sira na po yung pintuan.
So, paano, pag naliligo kayo, talaga naka-bold kayo to?
Could be. Yeah, I mean sila, the other ladies naka-bra panty, pero yung mga professionals, pero yung iba lang, wala nang pakialam.
And when you say professionals,
They come from companies. Or
yung mga naglustain ng pera.
qualified theft, mga accountants, ganun.
So, nakakarinig ka rin ng iba't ibang kwento ng mga kasama mo sa loob.
Yeah, of course.
Na at the end of the day, nararamdaman, maswerte pala ako.
Honestly, Mama Och, I never knew na may life na gano'n. Yung mga buhay nila, talagang hindi ko alam those existed. Sometimes I feel like maybe God really just placed me there to open my eyes na there's oppression like this. Tsaka madaming mga nandun sa loob na hindi dapat nasa loob. And they're silent. They can't really speak for themselves. Hindi nga nila alam nangyayari sa kaso nila. Hindi nila alam yung case against them. Kasi they don't know how to speak English. And sa court, English lahat yan. They're completely confused. Like, may mga kapangalan lang nandun sa loob. Hindi talaga sila. Or like, wala lang makuha dun sa reins. Sila lang nandun. So, sila yung kinuha. You know what I mean? Yung parang, I can't believe na nangyayari yun. And narinig ko siya. Sobrang shock. Pero in the later years, parang, that's normal. You're not special. It happens to everyone. And it's sad. It's sad na I would say that, na it's normal.
Ano naging silbi ni Karen for the door sa loob?
I feel like, nung nandun ako, I kind of shared a little bit of how to be more prim and proper. I know na parang, syempre iba yung galawan dun eh. It's very rough sila, tsaka daming mga bad words. So, I tried my best to bring in some class. Hindi naman super class, pero parang I tried my best to like teach them to have manners, ganyan. How to deal with their family members, how to be more grateful. Kasi madami sa kanila, minsan lang dinadalaw. At pag dinalaw pa, sila pa yung galit. So I try to like tell them, you have to be grateful kasi ang hirap ng buhay sa labas. I try to make them feel love, ganyan, to see the bright side of things. I'm not kidding, inside, kahit na yung case ko, pag ganyan, I just try to uplift the environment. Tsaka I try to get them busy by telling them, oh, let's watch movies, ganyan, let's do Zumba, let's do activities that will level us up. Kasi pag when the time comes na lalabas tayo, magkakajowa ka na. Just to make them feel na there's a life outside waiting for them.
So tapos, nagtatag ka ng library sa loob.
Yes po, kasi na-notice ko, kapag wala silang ginagawa, then sila gumagawa ng mali.
Ah,
Doon sila nakikipag-away. Buryong na kasi, alam mo yun, magsusuntukan sa walang rason. Or like, kunyari, kulang lang yung tubig, magwawala na sila. So I thought, if they were reading something or they were entertained, at least for a moment, they're happy. So, nagpadala po ako ng madaming libro from my friends. At first, puro English. But then sabi nila, Ate Karen, I'm not speaking in English. Oh, okay. So, I brought in yung mga Tagalog-English books, yung mga love stories na 100 pages. Sobrang
mga nobela.
benta. Yeah.
Oo.
And they enjoyed that one. So, I see suddenly a lot of people that never knew how to read and write are now reading. Alam mo yun? And writing. Kasi syempre may classes din doon. Pero the interest level has gone up. So that felt like an achievement for me inside.
Ikaw ba nagkaroon ka ng trauma or nagkaroon ka ng mental health issue?
Mama Audrey, one thing that sobrang bothered, aside from the many things that bothered me inside, is when they do mga pangmalakihang searching. Yung parang may mga outsiders na mga officers that would come in and they would do a quote-unquote raid. It's legal, I mean, but they just go through your everything, tas yuyugin nila yung buong jail, tas lahat ng gamit mo ang gulo-gulo, tas magko-confiscate sila ng kung ano-ano. And then every time they do that, I feel like parang walang-wala na talagang privacy. Wala talaga akong hawak na sa akin. What I hold dear inside, wala. Who's Karen? Wala ka talaga doon. Kung ikaw ganito sa labas, walang-wala ka talaga sa loob. You're just one of the preso inside. So, I would always feel really bad sa mga moments na yon.
Madalas ka umiyak doon?
I would, yes, of course. Kasi narinig ko yung mom ko na parang hirap na siya. Stressed na siya. Parang dapat may hearing kami, biglang maka-cancel. For me, walang kwentang reason. In my mind, I think everyone's time is precious, diba? Pero parang we're not valued at all. Like getting news na hindi favorable sa akin na akala ko makuha ko na yung bail, uuwi na ako, tapos biglang hindi pala. Ang dami mga moments na akala ko bubukas na yung pintuan, pero hindi pala. At pas inisip ko, dami ko namang magandang ginagawa para sa mga tao dito. Palagi namang ako nagdadasal. Ilang times na ba ako kumanta kay Lord, lahat ng mga kanta na pwedeng kantahin. Kasi sabi, if you sing a praising song, it's twice the prayer. I pray for other people. Like, I put people first. Still, how many years? Di pa rin mapagbibigyan yung kalayaan ko. So, nakakatampo.
Nakakatampo kanino?
Kay Lord, syempre. Like, sometimes nakakatampo. But at times, I would tell myself, hindi. Paraging, siglang, hindi. Ganoon ako sa sarili ko na, baka may maganda kasi siyang plano para sa akin. So I would always open this Bible, and then it would always open to this certain page na, just wait. Prisoners will be free eventually. A bright new life is waiting for you in the future. So I've been reading that for 3 consecutive years.
Na hindi ka naman dati nagbo-Bible?
No, I've never read that from front to end. No, honestly.
Natapos mo?
Tinapos ko siya, tapos inulit ko siya para mas malalim yung pagbasa ko.
Oo.
And then nung third time, I read it from cover to cover. Suddenly, may mga readings doon na paulit-ulit lumalabas. Na parang, maybe it's a message.
Oo.
Yeah, maybe it's a message. Sabi, maghintay. Maganda ang kalalabasan ng buhay mo afterwards.
So, nung paglabas mo, ano una mong ginawa?
Nung pagbukas ko ng gate, inamoy ko talaga yung hangin.
Talaga?
Inamoy ko talaga. Iba kasi yung amoy ng nasa loob eh. Una, may bigat siya eh. It's very dark, humid. Pero sa labas, iba eh. Ma-appreciate mo talaga eh. Mama Oches, kita mo pa yung sun, yung init niya. Talagang niramdam ko yung outside world. Tsaka yung wind na my hair was flowing, it felt great. So I really just enjoyed the environment. And even walking outside the gate, just looking around na walang nakabantay sa akin, walang nakatingin sa akin. Kasi pag lumalakad kami doon, dami naming bantay. Yung talagang alam mo, hindi ka makakagalaw. So I went around talaga after the gate. Talagang, I'm free, ganon. In-enjoy ko talaga yun.
O yung mga inmates doon, nag-iyakan dahil
Yeah.
wala na si Mayora.
Yeah, but nung umuwi ako, hindi na ako mayora eh. Leader na ako ng paggagawa ng mga fashion week. Iba na yung role ko. Pero, yeah, ang dami nag-iyakan, ang dami natuwa. Siyempre, parang ang bigat ng kaso ko, di ba? Kung nakalaya si Karen, makakalaya din sila. Yun yung ramdam nila. So, ang daming nabuhayan sa loob.
May iniwan ka bang pangako sa kanila?
Yeah. I said na parang paglaya ko, I'll do my best na malaman ng mga tao na kailangan nyo ng tulong. Kasi hindi nila alam yung nangyayari sa atin eh. The conditions inside jail, how deprived we all are, na parang simple as water. Wala man lang kaming tubig na constant. Alam mo yun, yung maliligo ka, ganyang kakonti yung tubig. Tapos magsisiyar ka pa to do number 2, ba? I mean, gets ko naman na parang inisip nila it's a punishment to be in jail. But really, people should see it as rehabilitation to become better. I want people to know na etong mga taong to, they're still part of the community and we should take care of them. We should bring all the skills, the education. Yun yung promise ko sa kanila na paglabas ko, hindi ko kayo kakalimutan. Siyempre, nakasama ako kayo for nearly 5 years, diba? I'll do my best to enlighten people's minds.
So, dumalaw ka na ba doon?
Yes. Dumalaw ako pero hindi ako nakapasok. Sa labas lang. So, nagdo-donate ako from the outside. Tsaka very strict pa rin sila doon. At tsaka wala silang pakialam kung sino ako. Like, I can't be even outside and saying hi to the people there. And I also gave some stuff sa CIW, sa correctionals, Institution of Women. Yun po yung nahatulan na talaga sa Mandaluyong. Tsaka nag-donate din ako sa Cebu City Jail, yung mga dancing inmates.
So, naging yan? Bahagi na ng advocacy mo yun?
Yeah, like, ang dami nagsasabi sa akin na, Karen, tulungan mo ako sa ganito, ganyan. Okay, I really wanna help, but I wanna help people inside jail. Yung mga nasa loob pa. Kasi kailangan talagang nilang mabuhayan eh.
Nakarating ba sa'yo na nung parang hinuli ka, parang nahusgahan ka agad na guilty ka na?
Yes, ang dami talaga. Alam mo, Mama Oj, paglabas ko, nag-check ako kasi may social media pa pala ako na nandun. Na-delete na kasi lahat.
Okay.
So may isa akong working na Facebook. Tapos nakasulod doon, salot ka, sana mamatay ka na lang. And I'm like, whoa. And I checked the accounts and these are from yung mga respectable families.
Oh my God.
I can't believe na lalabas yun sa bibig nila.
Talaga?
Oo, talagang nakakagulat. Yung parang...
Sinagot mo?
May iba, I think sinagot ko siya. Tapos, pero in a nice way. Na parang, I'm acquitted already. It's not very nice of you saying stuff like that. You should know people more. Pero I realized I should not respond anymore. And then, ang reply sa akin, ay, hindi po ako yung nag-message niyo yun. Baka na-hack lang po ako. Right. Pero masaya po ako para sa inyo. Okay! I believe people regret things din naman. We say things we don't mean. So, hindi naman ako nagtatanim ng galit. I don't know how many times I felt judged in the courtroom. Like yung mga nangyari, may mga tao sabi na, yan si Karen Bondor, yun yung sikat, tas nakulong, drug lord, yung mga ganun. And I really feel so small. Pero at the same time, inisip ko, okay, momentary thought lang nila yan. I'm pretty sure in my lifetime, I said things also on the spot na I don't believe in, nasabi ko lang, let it go. So yung mga moments talaga na nakakaliit.
So, nung lumabas ka, binalikan mo ba yung mga trabaho mo na mas na-appreciate mo ngayon yung trabaho mo?
Yeah. I mean, at one point, lumaki din ulo ko, Mama Oj.
Ah, talaga?
Yeah, I mean, when I was out and about, enjoying my career. Siyempre, I was a radio DJ and I'm one of the known ones. And I was known for being on the cover of magazine, yung mga spreads. So, I would get a lot of jobs talaga na sunod-sunod. Tapos, I was getting into TV. So, I was kind of a little bit up here. And then, paglaya ko, alam ko naman na I will not be fully accepted. Sabi ko, what can I do? So, may manager do na bago ko ginawa yung mga big moves ko, sabi niya, hindi, suggest na kita sa brand. So, yung brand naman, ang reply agad sa kanya, huh? Siya? Damaged goods na yun eh. Sinabi niya, pumitik ako, ganon. Okay, let me do my moves now. So that just motivated me. So then I got back. PBB knocked on my door, MMK knocked on my door, and everything's history now. Talagang that's where my heart is. Sabi ko, there's no way I'm not gonna get back just because I was in prison. My mom would rather na I have a quiet life. Pero sabi ko, why? Wala namang akong ginawang masama, diba? Pakita ko sino ako para makita nila na I'm worthy of being back on track, diba? I'm so grateful ABS-CBN wanted to give that to me. Na parang, I think when I got to PAI, they said, we're rooting for you. We want you to have it all back again. And then, these are people hindi ko naman ka-close. But I think inside, sila din, or basta everyone needs to have that second climax in their life. Alam mo yun, pag may nakita kang namatay, gusto mong buhayan, di ba? And people want to see someone who comes alive. And I think, ayun, they really wanted me to be back on track. So I'm so grateful.
Ano yung natutunan mong gawin sa loob na bit-bit mo hanggang labas?
Yung pagiging understanding sa sitwasyon. Hindi porket na feeling mo entitled ka or ikaw si ganito ganyan, na lahat ng biyaya sa'yo lang talaga. Hindi lang ikaw yung anak ng Diyos, okay? Lahat tayo kailangan pagdaanan ng certain thing in order for us to become the person we're supposed to be. Like parang feeling ko we're all playing a role in God's world and we should play it right. If it means na mawawalan tayo ng sangkatutak na kung ano-ano, just, accept it. Kasi if you go against it, doon tayo made-depress, doon tayo mawawalan ng pag-asa. Pero if you just decide on, okay, going through that path, accepting it, and doing what we can with it, malalampasan din natin yun.
Ano na-realize mo sa buhay ngayon, Karen?
God has plans for us. Kaya we just have to accept it. Good and bad. Parang even to me, a sickness, a crisis, lahat ng negative ay parang the same as the positive lang. Kailangan lang natin talaga pagdaanan lahat yan.
At nakita mo yung rason sa pagkakakulong mo ng 4 years and 10 months.
I would give a reason for it. I can't say na tama ba tong reason na naiisip ko. Inisip ko lang din na naive talaga ako sa ganung, life. I think talagang God made me see it in order for me to share it.
Anong message mo kay Karen?
Gusto ko sabihin kay Karen na dahil nasa madaming pinagdaanan na niya, na worry less, be fearless. Because you've been through the hardest part of your life, nothing should be hard anymore. Don't let the little things disturb you or like worry you dahil God is on our side. Like, no matter kung paano ka negative pa yan, napdaanan mo na yun the worst, diba? And also, be the one to let others know. Like, don't keep it to yourself. That idea na there's something good that will come out of the worst situations in other people's life. Kasi ngayon, ang ingay, honestly, Mama On, sobrang ingay ngayon. Going to work, like, just having this kind of career, there's a lot of noise. So, parang I wanna keep telling myself to keep quiet kasi that's when I found myself when I was in solitude inside jail. And doon talaga nakilala ko sa sarili ko. Nagsusulat ako ng diary araw-araw. And I wanna keep that.
Your message to the people na ang impression nila sa lahat ng mga nakakulong masama.
Sa mga taong humusga hanggang ngayon, sa mga nasa loob ng jail, isipin nyo lang din, kayo mismo madaming nagagawa araw-araw na hindi tama. And it's just that sila nakulong, sila nga, hindi lahat yung ina-accuse sa kanila tama. They're not supposed to be there. Some, okay. So, why do we judge others? Just because sila na-aberya sa loob ng kulungan or like napasok doon. You're lucky you're out there. So, why don't you be the one to encourage others to do better, to be better, diba? And if ever nga may mga kilala kayo nakulong, tulungan nyo. Hindi ibig sabihin nandun sila na magdusa sila doon. Hindi nyo alam ang sitwasyon sa loob ng jail. Kailangan nila ng tulong. And you know what also, in the Bible, if you help people in jail, you have a ticket in heaven. So help people inside.